Please tell me your 5 tips.
5 tips?
5.
Yeah, I've only walked for 6 days.
Yes.
But I have tried to experience lots of different ways of doing the pilgrimage that I can pass on advice to friends back home who are thinking about coming to do the pilgrimage. Some friends that I'd met on the Camino.
Yes.
So I have five pieces of advice,
Yeah.
5 topics. The first one is the walk. A lot of foreign pilgrims prefer to do the pilgrimage by walking because it follows in the footsteps of Kobayashi, and it's a more traditional way, and we like walking. It's a bit addictive. So yeah, with the walk, I would say what I did wrong was I got the distances wrong. When I was booking my accommodation for the first 3 nights,
Yes.
I thought I could walk. Maybe I can walk 30 kilometers. But no, you have a lot of temples, and the temples are only open from 7 till 5 in the evening. So you can't walk really after 5 because there's no point, because you have to get a stamp at each temple.
Yes.
And I would factor in around 30 to 40 minutes spent at each temple. And factor that into your walking distances. So particularly in the first 9 temples, there are a lot of temples, so it takes a long time to get around them. And you really want to enjoy the temples, so make sure that you do short distances, maybe 15 kilometers for the first few days, and then figure out your rhythm after that. There's lots of road walking, so be prepared for that. Make sure you have the right shoes, but also some really big mountain trails. So it's really cool. But with the road walking, because you're by yourself quite a lot, I would recommend to maybe bring some music with you. I learned some Japanese on the way, which was amazing. Listened to 8 hours of Japanese, which was really cool. You will see monkeys, snakes, maybe some wild boars, and most importantly, take it slow and enjoy the journey, because really sometimes with the birds make different sounds here, and it felt like you're in a film, like Star Wars or a samurai film. Especially when I reached Temple 12, it was snowing, and it was incredible. It was great scenery.
How many monkeys?
3 monkeys.
3 monkeys.
Yeah, 3 monkeys.
Where?
4 including me. So the next one, gear. So equipment and things. So it was quite overwhelming when I got to Temple 1, because I didn't really understand what I was meant to do. I came to the pilgrimage quite unprepared, but there's a shop there, and you buy your pilgrim or henro equipment. So this vest I got, you can get a long sleeve one as well. The what's this called? What's the name? Yeah, anyway, the priest thing.
Yeah, yes.
And then the staff, which is Kobayashi with a little bird on it, and the hat, which was too small for me, so I would recommend to try and get one that fits your head. That's really important, because it's good to keep the sun off your face. And then a bag to carry all the different equipment in. So I'd buy the guidebook. The guidebook's really good. Big fan of guidebooks. I loved the one on the Camino de Santiago. Correct walking shoes. So I got some trail runner shoes. So they're like trainers, but with a thick sole, and you need that for road walking. And yeah, buy a pilgrim bag. And at each temple, you're gonna have to light a candle. Put in a name slip, and have a lighter with you, and incense sticks as well.
Yes.
And I recommend investing in buying a case for the incense sticks, because mine just broke in my bag, and I had incense sticks like this small. I would pack light. I mean, that's the big recommendation for all pilgrimages, but everybody always packs too much. It is different if you are camping and you need a tent, but try and bring maybe 3 changes of clothes, maybe 2, and you can just wash every 2 or 3 days. The next one is temples. So this was something that I had no idea about. I thought we'll just go to temples, maybe I'll look around and see what to do. But there is a sutra book. So, and there's certain sutras you need to learn.
Yes.
I think they might be available online. So just have a look and make sure you're familiar with what you need to do at each temple. You don't actually need to, if you don't want to, chant the sutras, but it's important to understand the ritual, and you can either pray silently like I was doing, but some I had a go at doing the sutras, but at the first temple I was doing it with a lovely Japanese lady who was showing me, and she was going much faster than me. I felt very stupid.
Yeah, today's morning you experienced
The ceremony.
ritual
Yes.
ceremony.
Yeah.
Can you read a sutra
This morning?
this morning?
No, not this morning, but I have done at other temples with the sutra. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you need to understand what to do at each temple. There's certain rituals, and on this YouTube channel there's an amazing video that tells you what to do at each temple. So watch that. I think the link will maybe be below. And understand why you're doing the rituals and understand what Buddhism is. And yeah, make a plan for each temple. What is your ritual? What are you going to do, and stick to that, I would say. So next tip is accommodation, and what to do and how to get accommodation. So what I did before I came is I used the Henro House website, which is a organisation set up to make it cheaper for pilgrims along the way, Henro. So because the ryokans and the other places are very expensive to stay at, you can just, in the morning, what I thought was good to do is go to the temples, and when you get your stamp, ask at the temples where the maybe free accommodation is or cheap accommodation is in the area, and they will have the most up-to-date information and can call for you and make a reservation, and because they can speak Japanese and probably you can't. So also there's another YouTube video that I saw on this channel that there was a guy who was doing the whole pilgrimage, and he found door knocking quite successful, saying, can I stay here for the night? So learn the Japanese for that. It's very cold at night if you're camping, so if you are going to camp, then just make sure you wear socks because your feet get cold. And yeah, you don't need a sleeping bag if you're not camping, but if you are camping you need a sleeping bag, maybe a tent, but you can actually just do without a tent. You can bring a thick sleeping bag, maybe 2 sleeping bags and a bivvy bag, and there's lots of huts that you can sleep in. You can get power at some places and at convenience stores, so it's actually quite easy. So next one, Japanese culture. So be prepared to do a lot of bowing. Japanese are very polite, so you can be saying Ohayou gozaimasu, good morning, or konnichiwa, or like hi. So I would say learn basic Japanese. You will absolutely love being able to speak and understand a little bit. As I said, I was listening to audiobooks along the way, and I would definitely recommend one called Michelle Thomas. The Michelle Thomas method, if you search on YouTube, Michelle Thomas method Japanese, it's a really good way to learn the language, and it's a very logical language as well, very clean, more logical than say English or French, where we have irregular verbs and stuff. So it's actually quite easy, and Japanese was spoken a long time before it was written, so don't be put off by the characters, just learn how to speak, that's fine. And be open to speaking with the locals, even if you don't know the language. Sometimes the language barrier makes people not want to converse with people, but a lot can be said with actions and smiling. So, okay, and then I would say just go and do it, just go do the pilgrimage. Put yourself out of your comfort zone. I was actually quite nervous when buying my flight. I thought, am I actually going to do this? Am I going to Japan? Don't know the language, don't know what I'm doing. And I just booked the flight and then planned it after that. It's a great experience. You don't feel like you have to do the whole thing. You don't feel like you have to walk the whole 1,200 kilometers for 44 days. If you only have a week, then that's fine. I recommend doing temple 1 to 23 or another district. easy to get to Tokushima from Tokyo or any other cities. You can get a bus, which is really cheap, overnight bus. Make sure that you book that in advance because it was sold out when I tried to do it and I had to get an expensive train. And it's just easy to travel around, use Google Maps. And yeah, last point, just go do it. It's great. It's a great experience.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
ありがとうございます。
ありがとうございます。